Alright, this is Daniel Hayes recording this video for Dr. Ham's ENGI 230 class. So what I had to do for this project is I had to find a situation, preferably from a search on Google Scholar for from a list of approved topics that have to do with industrial engineering, and then model it in Simio and run experiments on it. However, I actually decided to model a real-life situation, namely the pizza kitchen that I work in back home. So what we have here is the kitchen as it currently is during normal hours when customer flow is fairly slow. We've got one roller, so he makes the actual pizzas, and then they stack up in inventory on this line here. And then we've got the two pizza stations, which actually put the toppings and sauce and cheese and everything on. And then we've got the oven, and then right here, the pizza exits the kitchen. And then when it's busy, now we've got two rollers and three pizza stations. And then the reason that I used a combiner in the normal hours and servers in the busy hours for the rollers will be explained in the project document. Alright, so the idea behind this is to see whether or not we can run the kitchen any better by hiring a new person, and if so, where do we put that new person? So I've made three proposals. First proposal adds a new pizza station. The second proposal adds a new roller. And the third proposal adds both. So the idea is to see whether or not we can actually get the utilization rates for each of these stations to their ideal, to the ideal level, and if we have to change, and to see if we actually have to change what we're doing to get there. So start off with the actual model. Right here for the roller utilization, we don't have a model. And that's because we can't actually measure the usage of the source combined with the combiner. And then over here for the pizza station, we've got the utilization rate is about 90%. That's pretty good, because they actually need that other 10% to do odd jobs around the kitchen and to refill their station. So we don't actually want it to get up to that quote-unquote ideal 100%. So then for the first proposal, we've added a pizza station. See how we're doing. Not good. Now we're down to about 30% utilization for each of these stations. That's bad. You usually only need 10 to 25% of downtime for each pizza station. Now we've got 70%. That is very bad. The guys working there will probably end up sitting on their hands most of the time. So that is not going to work for us. Second proposal, we've added a roller. Here we've got about 35 to 37% utilization rate. That's good, because during normal hours, the rollers are actually going to roll some shells, stack them up, and then do odd jobs around the kitchen, such as sweeping up. Maybe they'll make some new dough. Maybe they'll restock some stuff for the grill, which is not pictured in this model, and all that stuff like that. So 35, 36, 37% utilization rate is actually desirable, as they need that other 65-ish%. Pizza utilization rate could be a bit better, but as it is, it's pretty good. The best way to improve here would actually be to have the pizza guys work a little bit faster, as we were very, very close to ideal. And then here for the third proposal, we've added a roller and a new pizza guy. Still good on the rolling utilization rates, about 33, 34%, it's good. But now we're around 60% for pizza. That's bad. 75% utilization rate is about the lowest we want to go. and 60% is not going to cut it. Again, they're going to spend a lot of time sitting on their hands. And then if you're wondering about the oven utilization rate, that actually doesn't matter for the purposes of this model. So now let's see what it's like when it's busy. Alright, so when it's busy, we've got 2 rollers and 3 pizza stations. Let's see how we're doing. Again, about 30% for the rollers. This is good. But we've got around 92 to 95% for the pizza guys. This is going to leave them an average about 6.5% or 6.5–7% of downtime. That's not enough for them to get them to finish what they're doing. So they're going to need to get a little bit more out of this. So let's try adding a new pizza station. This is pretty good. We've got about 30%, again, 30% utilization for the rollers. That's good. Then now we're at 75 to 82%. We're just above the minimum that we want. So this is pretty good right here. So we've got 4 pizza guys, and they've all got between about 18 to 25% downtime, which is desirable. Now let's look at the other proposal. Now we've added a roller instead of a pizza guy. Let's see. One roller is at about 40%, other 2 are at 20. Not good. They're going to spend some time sitting on their hands. That's not desirable. This guy is still within the desirable range, as that's a fairly large range. But I'd say the desirable range for rolling is probably between 30 and 50%. So it's a pretty big range. But these 2 guys are going to spend a lot of time sitting on their hands. Not good. And again, the pizza guys are at 93 to 95% utilization, which is also not desirable, as these guys are too busy. These guys are not busy enough. And then for the third proposal, we've added a roller and a pizza guy. Let's see about it. Alright, this is good. Now I've got about 30% for these guys. A little less than 30, but this roller makes up for it for being at about 60%. He can actually do most of the work, while most of the actual rolling work, while these guys do some, but also take care of the other odd jobs around the kitchen. And again, here in the pizza, we've also got a good spread. We've got about 75 to 79% utilization rate. That's good. So, from the looks of things, this is desirable. For the busy hours, this one adding both a roller and a pizza guy is desirable. And then for normal hours, it looks like we're doing pretty good where we are. And let's see about this. Nope, that's not going to work. We're doing pretty good right where we are. So I'd say for during normal hours, we don't need anybody else. But during busy hours, we might want to take on a couple of extra guys. And that's it. Any other questions that you have can be answered by the project document and the project file, which will be included with this video.